Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Kickstarter Coaching and our internet TV show Crowdfunding Coverage. Each month we do a recap of what's going on in the crowdfunding space, talking a little bit about the news and the major campaigns of the month. And today we're going to be talking about June of 2017. In June, there were 7 big campaigns. The big campaigns brought in a little bit over $16 million in the month of June. The largest campaign was Zombicide Green Horde, which was a game that brought in roughly $5 million. So we'll talk about the 7 major campaigns and some of the attributes that made them so successful. Roughly a year ago, we had the final approval for equity crowdfunding in the US, and we started off with roughly 15 different platforms that you could use to do your equity crowdfunding. We have seen steady growth in the area, and we now have roughly twice as many as we started with. We have 29 different platforms offering the ability for you to do crowdfunding and offer equity or other financial incentives as part of your campaigns. Kickstarter made some news. They are kicking off a set of campaigns that were all inspired by the Voyager Golden Record anniversary and a Kickstarter about the big golden record that we sent outside of our solar system. So they're keying several different campaigns about that in cooperation with the creators. So the 7 big campaigns of the month, they ranged in size from roughly $1 million to $5 million. The length of the videos, which is a very important criteria, range from roughly 2 minutes to almost 12 minutes. Don't make a 12-minute video for your crowdfunding campaign. The length of the different campaigns ranged from 21 days up to 35 days. The reward levels range from a quite unusual individual reward, just 1, up to 27, which is a little bit high. Try to find some middle ground here. It sounds good when you're putting the campaign together, but when you actually try to deliver on all your rewards, it's very challenging. And all these campaigns provided a large number of updates from roughly 1 a week up to 52, which is quite high. The first campaign was Alpha 35L. This was for a backpack. And some of the things that they did to help their campaign succeed were they used the GIFs, the short videos with no audio. They also had accessories for the product, which is a good way to keep the base price down. And they had testimonials, which is very important, especially if you can have video testimonials where people are saying what a great product that you have and how much they enjoy it and how they use it. The next campaign was River. This is sort of a super battery for your electronic devices with nice computer augmentation for power management. You can charge lots of different devices at the same time with different size ports to charge the different devices. And as an accessory, you could even have a solar power system to continually replenish this giant battery. Some of the things they did is they offered good tech specs explaining exactly the capacity and the charging rates, that kind of thing. They also had accessories with their campaign, enabling the base price to stay under control. And they had supplemental videos. Instead of making your primary video too long, remember you can make extra videos to provide additional information on your campaign or your product. The next one is Jelly. This is they're billing it as the smallest 4G smartphone ever. As you can see from the picture below, there's a guy holding one of these. So some of the things that they did is they had multiple early bird price levels. This is an incentive for people to get involved in the campaign early for a discount, and it's quite effective at doing that. Some of the other things they did is they're offering their phone in multiple colors. which I'm an advocate of, giving the buyer a choice if you can economically do so. And they had two models with, I think the main differentiation was how much memory the two different phones had. So congratulations to them. They raised quite a bit of money. The next campaign was Lords of Hellas. This is a board game, that sort of a militaristic board game. Some of the things that they had is, again, they use supplemental videos to keep the main video under control. They had stretch goals. If you're new to Kickstarter, Kickstarter is an all or nothing platform. You have to reach the minimum or you don't get funded at all. So stretch goals are a strategy for this, that you sort of set your minimum viable product and how much you need to raise to do that. But then you lay out stretch goals that if we can reach this higher level, we will add these features, that kind of thing. A good strategy. They also had a specific reward targeted on retailers who want to sell their product. Sometimes this is like for display support, but typically it's a deep discount on a higher number of individual items. Next we have the Arsenal. The Arsenal is an AI for your high-end camera. So you affix this to your camera and it optimizes all the different settings of your camera. So basically you're working on picture composition, and this thing is working on the shutter speed and the aperture and all these other things to give you the best picture possible. Some of the things that they did in their campaign were, again, they used the GIFs, the mini videos. They had supplemental videos as well to show different aspects of the product. And they offered an early shipping option for a higher price. If you want to be one of the very first to get this for an additional fee, you could do that. You could get yours early. Next, we have Ashes of Creation. This is a computer game that was quite successful, raised over $3 million. Some of the things that they did is they used the stretch goals, which I explained previously what stretch goals are all about. They had the GIFs, the mini videos, and for credibility, they had a list of different projects that various members of their team had worked on in the past. This is a great thing to do, because one of the big concerns of the people who are thinking about backing your campaign is, can you do it? Do you have the expertise to do the project? So if you can point to prior accomplishment of you and your team, this helps put them at ease. And we had another game, Zombicide Green Horde. Zombies are all the rage recently, and this is a game that ties into this whole zombie phenomenon. So some of the things they did is, again, supplemental videos. I believe one of them was a video of actual gameplay. This is a great approach to use to really show people what the experience is of the game that you're offering. They offered Kickstarter exclusives. Whenever you have a really big Kickstarter like this one, I mean, they raised $5 million, they're going to be selling this game in other places besides Kickstarter. So they're offering Kickstarter exclusives, things that you will only get if you're one of the Kickstarter backers. People like that, to be in the new, one of the first, this kind of thing. This was also unusual in that was the only reward of the campaign. You get this game, period, end of story. Keep it very, very simple and easier to manage when it comes time to deliver on your rewards. That's it for our show about June of 2017. I hope that you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about crowdfunding. And please come back and see us again for our next show, when we'll be talking about the news and the major campaigns of July of 2017. We'll see you then.